From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is The Night Beat.
Sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Good evening, I'm Danielle Shenk with your headlines for Monday, July 21st. We begin with updates on several ongoing cases in Lincoln. First, 23-year-old Gavin Thompson, accused of killing a Wisconsin woman and leading police on a chase near Lincoln with her body in the car, is requesting a competency evaluation. Court documents say Thompson wants to be assessed on whether he understands the charges against him and can stand trial. He faces charges in both states, including first-degree intentional homicide in Wisconsin and vehicle flight, theft over $5,000, and hiding a corpse in Nebraska. Thompson is being held on a $5 million bond. Meanwhile, Lincoln police are still searching for a driver who fled a two-car crash in the North Bottoms over the weekend. Officers say the driver of a Ford Escape ran a stop sign, then took off in an orange Infiniti FX35. Anyone with information is urged to contact police. And alcohol is believed to be a factor in a weekend crash that injured 3 people near 13th and Van Dorn. Authorities say a 32-year-old man was speeding in a red sedan when he hit a light pole. The driver suffered life-threatening injuries and underwent surgery this morning. 2 passengers were also hurt in the crash. A signature gathering firm is suing Nebraskans for reproductive freedom, seeking $400,000 in unpaid fees from the group's successful ballot initiative. Landslide Political, based in Utah, says it fulfilled a $2.5 million contract for Initiative 439 despite facing weather challenges, opposition, and a campaign strategy shift that increased costs. They accuse NRF of acting in bad faith by refusing final payment and relying on contract terms both parties had already abandoned. The Nebraska Commission on African American Affairs is responding to a damaging 60-page audit. The report from State Auditor Mike Foley found open meetings violations and poor financial records. Still, Foley is hopeful.
Given that support they have in the legislature, it's important that they work with our office and get things right. And I think they've convinced me anyway that they're serious about this now and they're going to get it right.
We do need a commission that will shine the light, look at legislative bills and policies and procedures and things like that gets in the way of improving the quality of life for Black people.
The commission's top priority is hiring a new executive director, a role vacant since April. Now to some sports news. Allie Batenhorst is leaving the Omaha Supernovas and indoor volleyball altogether. The former Husker and USC Trojan says she's moving to beach volleyball and partnering with Olympian Sarah Hughes. Batenhorst finished her rookie PVF season with 128 kills, nearly 3%. Now to a different kind of summer performance. Nebraska's crops are contributing to the humid weather we've been feeling lately. Experts say crops like corn release water vapor during peak growth, adding to already high humidity from Gulf air, and that weather stations near farmland often record higher dew points.
We're not really fully out of the woods for the really high dew points until we get, I would say, almost to the end of August, early September. The corn adds that extra humidity that can make it a little bit more miserable.
He adds this year's corn sweat is stronger thanks to ample rainfall. Just a third of the state is currently in drought, down from over 90% earlier this year. A new study ranks Nebraska 10th nationwide for weather damage over the last 5 years, with $1.2 billion in losses. NWS meteorologist Sean Jacobs says the state's severe weather is fueled by unstable atmospheric patterns.
This time of year, we typically see high pressure that parks over the Rocky Mountain West. It kind of aids the wildfires out there, but it puts us in a northwesterly jet that ushers in weak disturbances. And when you have warm, moist, humid air, across the area, all it needs is something to kick those storms off and get that air rising. Then boom, you have thunderstorms.
Following severe storms last month, Governor Pillen has declared a disaster in Dawson County. Lexington, Gothenburg, and Cozad reported infrastructure damage and a down transmission line. The state is expected to request federal aid, though funding details are still unclear. Rounding out your night beat is a check of the 7-day forecast.
You've been listening to The Night Beat.
Sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Watch, listen, and stream on the 1011 app on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.